said that when Jeremiah was talking to Israel, because Israel had got out of place, he told them, and he said, ask for the old time past. Lord, he said, I will set watchmen over you, and when they sound the trumpet, but they said, we will not hearken to the sound of the trumpet, because they did not want to follow the instructions. Anytime you don't follow instructions, you're operating under the spirit of disobedience. Preach it, boy. Anytime you don't follow the instructions, that means you're operating carnality. God help the church. But he said something in Jeremiah, the 7th chapter and the 3rd verse. He gave them another set of instructions. He said, amend your ways and your doings, and you shall find rest for your soul. God help the church. He was basically instructing them that if you stay in a place of repentance, you will find rest. The reason why you ain't got no rest, because you ain't repentant. The reason why you ain't finding this to work out your way, because you're still operating under the spirit of error. And so you got to follow the instructions. You got to follow them. And so we have a generation now, God, that don't want to follow instructions, because somebody tell them something, they ain't got time to hear it. But you know something I learned from my grandfather, and I learned this from Apostle. Basically they say to me, you're trying to get to where I am. God help me here. But one thing about a true leader, God help the church, a true leader don't want you to make the same mistakes that they made. So they will give you instructions so you can avoid the mistakes. It's not that you don't know, you do know, but you give a deaf ear. And that's what we got inside of the church now. We got too many deaf ears. God help us here. No one's more deaf than a man that just won't listen. Good God Almighty. I'm going to say that one more time. No one's more deaf than a man that just won't listen. That won't listen and be sensitive when the Spirit of God is speaking. That won't hear the voice of the leader. I want to tell you something. If you can hear another preacher's voice and be receptive to that voice before you can be receptive to your leader voice, you are out of error. God help the church. And we got too many people that are operating out of error. There's a spirit of error that has arisen in the church. But I've come, hallelujah, out of consecration to rebuke that spirit and call order in the house of God. It's time for order. God, but in order for there to be order, you gotta follow the instructions. God, see, here that we find here about the children of Israel. We know the story about how they wandered in the wilderness for 40 long years. But I've learned something about the children of Israel that messed me up. The children of Israel, they knew the ways of God, but didn't want to follow his instructions. It's a dangerous thing to know the way, but don't walk in the way. It's a dangerous thing to hear the way, but don't want to follow the way. God. So that's why the children of Israel had stayed in the wilderness longer than they had to. Hallelujah. Because one thing about it, when you know the way of God, you won't be so easy to sin. When you know the way of God, you won't let nobody take your joy away. When you know the way of God, you're going to say, God, I'm going to serve you with all my heart. When you know the way of God, hallelujah, you say yes to his will and yes to his way. When you know the way of God, you say in a place of prayer and consecration. When you know the way of God, you don't touch the unclean thing. When you know the way of God, you say, God, I need you, because if I don't act asking for help. I will go back and do what I want to do. But I want to know the way of God. How do I know the way of God? I stay in his word. How do I know the way of God? I stay on my face before him. When I begin to get in that place, I'm availing myself for God to show me his way even the more. God help me here. Somebody said, Lord, show me your way.
Lord, show me your way.
God, I feel like I'm preaching in here tonight. I feel God on me tonight. God. So you got to understand something. That one thing about the children of Israel, not only were the children of Israel stiff-necked and rebellious, but the children of Israel wanted to be like everybody else. The children of Israel wanted a king like everybody else. When they had a prophet in the midst, let me tell you something. I'd rather have a prophet than have a king. Because who is the prophet? The prophet is a mouthpiece of God. But you dummy, when you get into the word of God, you'll find out that kings and nobles begin to call on the prophets to come and ask them, what is God saying in this season? God help me here. Hallelujah. You want somebody that gets the instruction from God. One thing about the children of Israel, it wasn't the leader, it was them. Too often people want to blame the leader for this and say the leader done that when it's really you. Good God Almighty. Because one thing about Moses, Moses had a relationship with God. One thing about Moses stayed in a place with God. One thing about Moses, before Moses even opened his mouth to speak to the people, he first got instructions from the Lord. You don't believe me? He went to Mount Sinai. That's where he got the 10 Commandments. That's where that took place. But he was at the mountain. So you got to understand something. My brothers and my sisters, once you begin to get in a place of God, you'll say, God, I need to get to the high point. I ain't got to take everybody with me. I want to go by myself. Because I know when I get up there, I'm going to get some instructions that will change my life. So the Bible says that we find here now, Lord help me, we find here now in Exodus chapter number 3, we find here that here now Moses and God is having a conversation. This is what we find out about how the Lord spoke to Moses in the midst of the burning bush, how he gave him instructions. See, one thing about it, God is a different God. God is a strange God. So you'll never be able to figure him out. God can use whoever he wants to use to speak a word to you. But it's up to you to have discernment to pick up that is the voice of God. See, that's the problem. God help us. Too many people are familiar with everybody else's voice, but don't know the voice of God for themselves. They're not sensitive enough to hear when God is speaking. But I made up in my mind, because we are in the last days, we are in the last hours, and I got to be sure that I'm hearing the voice of God. I got to be sure that when God is speaking, I'm submitting to what he is saying. And the Bible says that he gets there, Lord, and he gave Moses instruction. He said to Moses, y'all pray for me. I feel my granddaddy on me. I don't know what's getting ready to happen, but God, I thank you anyhow. And I say right now, it is well with my soul. And God, I submit to your will. Hallelujah. God, if you take him, just take him, and I'll be all right with it. Hallelujah. 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 Yes, Lord. But God, just let me be in place that when I can feel that he's going up, I can catch the next high glory. Hallelujah. Y'all pray for me. That was between me and God. Hallelujah. So the Bible says that he gives Moses. Hallelujah. 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 I just felt joy and I just felt a peaceful spirit come upon me right then and there. I don't know why it just came on me, but I felt the spirit of peace just come on me. Hallelujah. And the Bible said that once he got there and he said to Moses,